Hello, welcome. You're watching MarketPulse on Bloomberg TV India. Well, for the last couple of minutes, markets have just jumped up a little bit. 0.4% higher is what we're actually seeing on the Nifty. And one stock that's been in the news over the last few minutes has been Ranbaxy. Just pull up the intraday chart for that one as well. And I mentioned as to how Ranbaxy has been just spiked up. As you can see, the flashes coming in from the Supreme Court there. That's the recovery on the stock. 2.5% higher after almost a 6 to 7% fall that we've seen in intraday. So that stock's recovering quite massively. But remember, on a larger picture, the stock's still down almost 30-35% on a year-to-date basis. So it's lost out massively. It's coming back a little bit on the back of those developments as the Supreme Court has dismissed the PIL against Ranbaxy is what we're picking up right now.
So let's get you more details. Ashpreet is joining us on the phone line. She was, of course, present at that Supreme Court hearing. Ashpreet, of course, the Supreme Court has dismissed the PIL against Ranbaxy, but it has told the petitioner that if he does find more material, he can come back?
Yes, as you rightly said, the Supreme Court had dismissed the PIL. They said we are not ready to entertain this PIL against Ranbaxy as there is not substantial material as far as the allegations are concerned. Remember, the PIL was seeking quashing of Ranbaxy's licenses of the manufacturing units in India based on what happened in the US, where the US FDA had found out that Ranbaxy was selling adulterated drugs. But the Supreme Court said that we cannot interfere in something which is happening in the foreign jurisdiction, and we do not entertain such PILs which are being filed based on news reports because there's not material facts. But of course, the Supreme Court has held that in case if the petitioner files material facts as far as India is concerned, and whether Ranbaxy drugs, if the petitioner can name the drugs which are being sold adulteratedly, and if the US and the Indian drug controller has formed any reports as far as these drugs are concerned, the petitioner has been given the permission to file a new PIL in the future. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Ashpreet. So that's just a bit of relief coming in as far as Ranbaxy is concerned. And like Ashpreet was also saying, there's been a lot of negative news. The $550 million penalty by the US FDA. Further news about concerns regarding their third manufacturing in India also. But at least as far as this PIL is concerned, that's out of the way. And the stock has reacted with the 3% gain coming in. Well, before we move on, let's quickly also take a look at how the markets are performing. It's been a bad day as far as